Hey guys, now if y'all want to learn how to make this simple little Korean meal that me and my son love, we had it at a restaurant, a Korean restaurant in Spring, Texas years ago. Now that they're closed down, so now we make it at home. And if you want to learn how to make this recipe, just stick around. I'll show you how to do that. It's really simple. It's when we had it at the restaurant, it's called dulce bimbap, but this way is just called bimbap because I don't have the little pan that they use to get the rice all nice and crispy. So let's get into it. First things first, this is the rice that I am using is Parish rice. And the reason that I am using it is because it has 40% more protein than the regular rice. Okay? And it only has 160 calories for a fourth cup serving. And it has half the carbs than your traditional, white rice. So if yourself or you know somebody that is diabetic, this rice is absolutely great. It tastes just like regular rice. So now let's get into it. Okay, here I am. I'm just cutting up my skirt steak. Sorry for the angle. I kept on having to move it because my dog kept on trying to jump onto the counter to get the meat. But anyway, so I just put it in this bowl. Okay, and I did marinate this with soy sauce, sesame oil, a little bit of sugar, salt, pepper, and some hoisin sauce, which is like a Korean barbecue sauce. I thought I recorded myself showing that, but it only recorded me showing the sugar, which is just crazy. Because, like, my little thing, it has, like, a little thing that I can hit, and I guess it just wasn't coming on when I was hitting it. So I do apologize for that, but that is everything that I used. And then I just let it marinate for, like, a couple hours. Oh, roll away apple. All right, now, here we go. Now, here we're making the gochujang sauce to put on top. Now, my store only had the extra spicy gochujang, which is why I'm using the whole apple. Now, if you can handle the extra spicy gochujang, then only use 1/4 of the apple, because that's what I usually use. Whenever I'm making it, I would just use one, say like that. But I use the whole thing because that sucker was hot. Okay, so I wanted to combat that. Then I'm putting in a big old heaping spoonful of garlic, a little piece of onion, like a little piece of onion. I'm just going in with some red wine vinegar because I couldn't find my mirror and then I found it in the refrigerator. I'm like, ugh. But if you have mirror, you can use that. Just use a teaspoon of it, and then use 2 tablespoons of gochujang sauce. I just put in 1 tablespoon to begin with because I wanted to taste it before I added the other tablespoon. Then I hit it up with a little bit of sesame oil. Okay, I'm putting in a little bit of sugar to combat the saltiness of the soy sauce. Okay, and then I also put in a little bit of pepper. And here I am going in with the black pepper. And then once I get everything into my little blender, I'm going to blend it up. And there we go. See, I did end up adding the other tablespoon. The apple really took down the heat. So here is my zucchini, my mushrooms, my carrots, and also my bag of radishes and green onion. It's going to appear here in a minute, I promise. These are the vegetables that I used. You can use whatever vegetables you have on hand or whatever vegetables you can get your hand on. I mean, we've done this with broccoli, asparagus, green beans. This meal is really healthy. We really like to make it in the summertime because I could just throw my rice like into my steamer and just let that go without heating up my kitchen, and I just do everything else on my grill. That's how I usually do it during the summertime. But it's really filling and it's really good. So I hope y'all guys give it a try. I just cut everything up into little matchsticks, and then now here we are. Now you're gonna want to cook according to color, like the lightest colors first, because the colors will transfer. Trust me. How do I know? How does Sarah know? Because Sarah has done it. Okay, now just threw in a little bit of sesame oil, and the first thing that I'm going to go in with is my mushrooms. because those is the lightest in color. Because if I would have done like my carrots or my zucchini first, my mushrooms would end up like a green or orange because of the skin of the zucchini. So you just want to see, you just want to brown them up, give them a little color. You're gonna pull them out, hit everything up with a little salt, sesame oil again, and then this time I'm going to go in with my zucchini because that is my next lightest color. Putting in my zucchini. Now, when my zucchini start to brown up, I do hit them up with a little bit of salt after they start to put some color to try to dry out some more moisture. I don't like my vegetables like soggy. I like them still have a little crunch to them. So once they start getting some color on them and I put the salt, I let a little bit of the water escape and then I just yank it off. Because I don't want them mushy. I still want them to be kind of crunchy. See, they're starting to get that color. I had just hit them with the salt because I was sitting there watching the salt bounce around in the bottom of the pan. Yes, I'm glad y'all noticed. I did go out and get me a cast iron pan. Hey, yes I did. Anyways, now I'm going in with my carrots. Oh, look at that. Now, you don't have to do it the way that I'm doing it. If you want to just throw everything in a pot, you go right ahead. But my son likes it when I make it look pretty, and it reminds him of when we went to the restaurant because they'd have the rice at the bottom and they had like Korean spinach and green onions and mushrooms, and they did have the radish, and they also had like bean sprouts, but I didn't feel like going to the store to get bean sprouts, but I usually add them. And they also had kimchi, which my son loves. I love kimchi too, but I don't put it in this dish because it's a little overpowering. But my son's like, I want it now. So I do add it to his. Now, I do the same thing with my carrots. Once they start to turn a little darker in color, I yank them. See, I yanked them. I yanked them right off. Now, here I go in with my green onions. My green onions, when those start to get a little dark, I yank them. Those did not take long. My pan was really hot. I kept on having to turn to the electric down. Yes, I did. Now, see, those already changed, and I'm about to yank them. Like, I'm about to yank them because they were starting to get, like, little black spots. And then here I am. I'm like, where's my plate? Where's my plate? And then, see, I yank them out. Now, I'm going in with a little bit more sesame oil. Yes, I am adding sesame oil in between each vegetable. I don't know why I do that. I just do that, okay? And here we go. I'm just going to crack over my eggs. Now, if you don't like your eggs over easy, then you can cook them however you want to cook them. But we cook it over easy because that's how we had it at the restaurant. And when I tell you, when you cut open the egg and all that yolk gets off, oh my God, it makes like a nice little sauce all on it. And it's so good. It's so, so good. It was really good. I hope y'all made this because it's really good. And I hope y'all try out the Parish Rice. No, it's not a paid sponsorship. I'm just staring it because I do know some people that are diabetic and they really like their carbs. So I'm just trying to help them out. And help y'all out too. Maybe y'all have never heard of Parish Rice. The first time I've heard it was when I was in Louisiana. It's easier to find in Louisiana, but you can always buy it on Amazon too. Or you can go to parishrice.com. Now I'm going to go in and sear up my skirt steak. Yes, look how pretty that is. Look at the pretty, 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 pretty skirt steak. Oh yeah, it's so pretty. Now, I cook my skirt steak, the thicker pieces, to 125, and then I just let them rest and do the carryover cooking. But I did get a pretty good sear on these bad boys. I tell you that. I really did. Oh, now I'm just going to flip them over. Flip, flip, flip. Flip, flip, flip. They were starting to, what is it called? Like if I would have cut the sides, I wouldn't have done that. There's my last two pieces of my skirt steak. Like bubble up. You know how when you cook hamburger meat and if you don't put in a thumb indentation in the middle of bubble up, it will start to do that. Now I'm just checking to see if it's almost there. It still needed a couple more seconds. And then here it is, all plated up. Now when you plate this up, you're going to put your rice on the bottom, all your vegetables surrounding your rice. And then you're going to put your meat and then your egg on top. And then your sauce and then some sesame seeds. Alright guys, hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching.